Hi guys, my name is Gurkiran Kaur and watch me live on Unacademy CAT4MBA Daily. Today's session is on the IELTS writing section for academic training. There's a part 2 to it. So we have two tasks under the writing section, which is task 1, which we did earlier, and then we do another task. Task 1 was basically a summarizing of a graph diagram or a process that is given, and you need to summarize that. The task 2 is a more topic and essay based, where you need to agree or disagree to the opinion and write like a detailed note on the same. And this is for at least 250 words which you need to write. So this is more, where this is where your actual English knowledge and your English capabilities are measured. So let's start. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Gurkiran Kaur. I'm a graduate from MICA. I'm passionate about dancing and reading. I completed my graduation in 2019, and I before that I gave my CAT and IELTS in 2016. Yeah. What is the Unacademy advantage? So, what exactly is Unacademy? Unacademy is an app where it is a one-stop platform for all type of entrance exams for undergraduation and post-graduation in India and abroad. And it definitely the advantage that you have here, this I'm talking about, is for management exams and higher studies if in case you're planning to apply. So the advantages here are that it's on a schedule that works for you. So we have classes throughout the day, so you can get take in the morning, in the evening, whichever batch you want. You are free to join. There's no language barrier. So in case you don't understand English or Hindi, you can, choose to take your course in Malayalam or Tamil or any other language that we have. You can learn anytime, anywhere. Of course, you can watch our recorded versions of the same online or offline from the comfort of a mobile PC, tablet, laptop, anywhere. You can interact with your educator, of course, since it's a live class. You can interact with them. You can ask a doubt. You can raise a question. You can engage in discussion. You can do anything, and you can also answer live polls, which will be posed by the um, posed by the educator, and you can answer them to see where you've paid yourself on the leaderboard. Of course, there will be a detailed report and analysis also for the same. There will be live tests and quizzes which will be held, and you can see uh, how well you've done, and proper like a topic wise score and everything, with proper time spent and competitive stats also for the same. uh in addition to this, of course, a lot of learning material would be shared. So in case you want to refer back to some notes, you can definitely do that. It will be properly annotated by educators as well, so you know which point is important and which is not. So you can do definitely take help of that. Well, I've already mentioned it. So, what all of these advantages that I've mentioned are part of a subscription which is called the Unacademy Plus subscription. So, you get all these benefits, and we also have something called the Unacademy Iconic subscription, which is in addition to this. You also get like a full on personal coach only just for you, who would be helping you and guiding you crack the exam that you've been targeting, with proper scheduling and you know, proper guidance as to how to start preparing for it. And they will also help you prepare the other management exam prep with proper guidelines and test analysis of the same. This is the CAT value offering that an academy has as of now, where we have the iconic CAT 2021 subscription, which I mentioned. We have the batches like I was talking about. We have a foundation batch, morning, weekday, weekend, working professional, whatever you name, we have got it. We have all sort of batches. So it's totally to your convenience, whichever you want to join. We have also special batches for other management exams such as SAT, TISNET, CMAT, SNAP, GMAT, IIFT, MyCat, IELTS, anything. We have whatever exam that you can think of. We have batches for that as well. We have test series also, which test series batches as well, where you can do like live test series, solve live test series, which are properly like invigilated, and you can see yourself how well you've scored in it. And you also have a practice section when you can solve a lot of questions from every section, every topic that we teach, and of course special classes as well. So this is how the live classes look like. What is the cost to this? The cost to the CAT Plus subscription is, for 1 year it is about 17,500 or 1,400 per month, which you can get like an additional 10% discount and use my code GCOR. In case you want to go like full out and plan to take up the iconic subscription. It is for 1 year and for about 30,000 rupees or 2,500 per month, and you can use my code GCOD to get additional 10% discount. So it comes out to be about for 27,000. I think that's a great deal because a person who is solely dedicated to you to guide you and help you crack the exam that you want. I think that's a great I mean, I think the cost to it is great. Just some of the people who have cracked CAT 2020 with us on the Unacademy with the Unacademy subscriptions, and you could definitely be one of them because look at the kind of schools that are there. You join, you will know that you know you've really not regretted the buying this subscription, and you can enroll for these batches. These are some of the best batches that we have, which you can enroll for, and they're the best educators on the platform and who have helped these students crack at 2020. And we just started it last week, but we will have more such batches as well coming up, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to watch my video. You'll definitely get to know more about them. We have something called the Unacademy Combat, which is your contest for cats, where a lot of cat questions are created by the best educators, and you can it's full on, super fast, and like super fun with like real time challenges, and you can compete with the best. You get like a full detailed video solution also by top educators. The best part is you can enroll for free, and this happened yesterday, this one combat, and I will be releasing the date for the next combat also very very soon, where you get like a full, and also the kind of prices that you've got like were 6 months cat plus subscription and Amazon vouchers, which is like a great deal. So let's start the class. We did the task. We did the first task where we sort of talked about the kind of different kind of topics that can come under the an academic training for the writing part. We'll talk about task 2 and see what kind of questions can come under the academic part. Let's try. I wouldn't like we won't be really solving them, but we can just see the idea and understand what sort of can go in such a paragraph and what can we do to score a at least a band 8 in writing, right? So this is one type of task, which is your 2A. You should spend about 40 minutes. So like I said, there is 60 minutes to the entire writing section. So 20 minutes should be spent on first task, which is your summarizing, which we did in the previous session. The next task is a longer version, since you need to write at least 250 words. You need to spend about 40 minutes on this task. What do you need to write about this? What is the topic here? Children who are brought up in families that do not have large amounts of money are better prepared to deal with problems of adult life than children brought up by wealthy parents. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your knowledge or experience. So, this is the topic here. You need to write at least 250 words here. So, what do you do here? So what is the topic here? What is it introducing here? Children who are brought up in families that do not have, let me change the color of the pen. Who are brought up in families that do not have large amounts of money are better prepared to deal with problems of adult life than children brought up by wealthy parents. To what extent? First, you can just decide, you can just do like a quick introduction to the topic. What is what the examiner trying to ask? Okay. You read the question carefully. What is it trying to ask? And then once you read the statement, just see they're talking about agree or disagree. Okay, so you can talk some points about agreeing, you can also talk about disagreeing, and then this you can do in the first 100 words or 120 words to whether what are the pros of what is why do you agree because of so and so. You can write your reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, reason 4. Why do you disagree that this is not there because 1, 2, whatever reasons you have. And if you feel that you have more reasons for agreeing and you feel that you want to elaborate on the agreeing part, then you go ahead and explain the agree opinion, or you did it and stand it in detail. Here, what you did was you just did like a neutral comparison, but you need to take a next stand of agreement or disagreement with this opinion, and what extent. So this is the extent where you, the extent is where you totally go on to later agree on the on that topic as to what, like, if why you think that children who are brought up in families that do not have large amounts of money are better prepared to deal with problems because they have stayed out of the because they have not seen that kind of life. They've seen the hardships. They know how to live in lesser money, and they know how to if they have to go out in the world, they would not need a lot of money and efforts to stay in that kind of an environment. I mean, so on and so forth. I'm just making up points right now which are coming in my head. And the disagreement could be maybe, somewhere like, if you disagree that you think that they are not prepared to deal with it because in adult life, is because eventually they will turn up to grow up where they will see the kind of money, and in adult life you tend to work hard towards it. So this kind of problem, not necessarily that this kind of problem can occur in this, and it's not specifically related to money. So you can probably disagree to the topic and say that, oh, maybe money is not the problem here, maybe something else is. So just giving you an example. So this is what you can do when you want to talk about an agreement disagreement. You give like 4 5 points. Of course, guys, please note that no bullet points. Please, guys. When I say points about agreement and disagreement, do not use bullet points while you're writing your answer. It should be proper sentences. First reason is this, second reason is this. Write it down full. It's fine. It's fine. But do not use bullet points, because the moment you use bullet points, it starts looking lesser, and that's not, you might be penalized for that. So do not use bullet points. It is not your 6 mark answer, 10 mark answer. They are only trying to see how well you can form your thoughts in a stipulated time, and see how fluent are you in your English, and how fluent are you in your thoughts while you're speaking, or speaking on a particular topic. Sorry, writing a particular topic, right? So it's exactly what they're trying to do. Do not try to use a lot of heavy vocab. So if you use and if you know about it, then it's great, because that's like sort of a brownie point where the person who is examining your paper will know that okay, you are fluent, and that's why you can use such kind of questions. But stick to the point and do not try to change the meaning of the sentence only completely just because you've used that kind of vocab. So if you're not comfortable, just use the your normal basic English just to put across your point. So this is one part of it, right? This is one kind of topic. See here, what is the topic? It was a very general basic topic, and you need to just, and what you can do is, if you're and when you're once you're doing the agree points, right? So why do you agree, and so you can say, for example, I also went through such kind of a situation, when such and such thing happened, and I had lesser money, even though my parents were not very rich, and I had lesser money, but yet I worked hard to deal with the problems that I faced in adult life. And I because I had lesser money, I learned, I knew how to save the money. I knew I could live in so much budget also, without spending a lot, and yet giving a great life to my great life to my family or something. Just I'm just writing out a point. So definitely take some inspiration from your own real life also. Of course, that's why they're going to give you topics which would help you in, it must have happened some or the other time in your life. So just take some inspiration from that, and you can just make up, or even if there is no experience like that, you can just cook up a story. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. They're not really going to come and check whether you've faced that issue or not. So completely, absolutely fine, right? So this is there. And then you conclude that okay, so in my opinion, in the end, I agree that people who brought up in these families do not have large amounts of money, but are better prepared to deal with problems, and so, and you end your this thing. So how do you divide your 40 minutes here? How what I'm gonna do is you take your first 10 minutes out of your 40 minutes to just make a flow of thoughts. What all points are you going to write about, and just do an introduction, try to disagree, agree, do all of this, and see what points are going further. If you see that the agree points are going a little heavier, you can probably go into the agreement part, and then maybe then take some time to think of an incident. You can just write the incident notes in there, so that you know that this is what you need to write on. So you have 40 minutes. Out of 10 minutes have gone, so you have 30 minutes here. Out of this 30, you take your 20 to 25 minutes to probably write down your entire thought or entire flow of essay or whatever it is. Do that. Last 5 to 8 or 10 minutes, just read your entire paragraph. See if there's any mistakes, spelling, grammar, punctuation. Guys, just be very, very, very careful. See that, see where you've missed out, or have you made any spelling mistake. Just make the changes, and then you are done. That's how you need to divide by time. So 40, you divided 10 to 25, 5 to 10, last one, right? So let's do this, and this is one part of the question. This is one kind of question. Let's see what's the next kind of question is. This is the second kind of question. What is the question asking you to do? International tourism has brought enormous benefit to many places. At the same time, there is concern about its impact on local inhabitants and the environment. Do the disadvantages of international tourism outweigh the advantages? So here, what is the kind of question they're asking you to do? Whether you need to agree to international tourism, or you, sorry, disagree to the disadvantages. So what does that mean? If you disagree to the disadvantages, that means you agree that, so you feel that there are advantages to the international tourism, or if you agree that there are a lot of disadvantages. So what is that? So first you introduce the topic, like I mentioned. First you introduce the topic. What is it trying to say? The next part is where you talk about the disadvantages. If there are any more, then you can talk about more, and you just talk about the disadvantages. What's the topic all about? And you can mention your point, like your jot down your points, 1 2 3, whatever it is, uh your advantages. But you can also add a sentence like, but the advantages of international tourism are so. You can mention those also as well, and then you can see which is overweighing more. If you feel there are more disadvantages than advantages, then you can go ahead and say, yes, I feel the disadvantages are there for international tourism more, because so, and for I experienced that sort of an thing in when I used to stay in. So if suppose you stayed in a country which is famous for international tourism, suppose like a Singapore, and you stayed there and you felt that even though international tourism was great, but for us, for people like us who were staying in that country, we used to face this kind of problems, and and this used to happen, or a lot of pollution, environment problem, or whatever. You can mention about a situation or a time when when you felt that, and after that you can conclude, in all I feel interna- even though international tourism is a great way to boost the economy, you can definitely write that. But I feel there are certain disadvantages as well. So you can maybe so then and maybe you can give like a last line solution or a conclusion to the statement. So it will look like, okay, so you have carefully thought about this entire part, and then you've given like a sort of end solution also to the same. You give reasons and give examples. So I think this is how you can, score well in your writing section, where if the moment you make like a full structured experience, or like a full structure of to what your paragraph will entail. So that's where, you know, that's the first, the best part. The best part is that's why the examiner will realize that, okay, your thoughts that are flowing in your head are, they're flowing in a certain direction, and there's a proper flow to it. You're not just going haphazard, and don't get flown by emotions of it. If you're writing advantages only, just don't keep writing advantages, or don't keep writing disadvantages. Okay, don't go on and on and on. Stick to it, make it very crisp, right? Like 3 4 points, right? 3 4 points for that, so that the person understands that you have understood the topic, what they're trying to say, and you can give like a wholesome 360-degree sort of uh you know explanation to the same. And then when you have to take a stance, whether it's a disadvantage or an advantage, then you can explain it by your own situation, post which they will understand that, okay, so the reason why they are going towards a disadvantage or an advantage is because that person has, sort of faced some sort of an experience which has happened in the past or something like that, and that's why they felt that. So they will understand the emotion that you're trying to portray through the paragraph. So don't forget to, do that. And of course, take your time to, like, in the last 5 10 minutes, read through the paragraph again and see, of course, check whether it's more than 250 words. Don't make it very short or very long. uh, and of course, check your spellings, punctuation, and grammar. You might be penalized for that. So I think these are some of the tips and tricks which you need to solve. I'm not giving you the answer. If you want, I can, but I just feel that here the entire point of this session was not to give you an answer to this question, but also to make you understand how to start the flow of the question, how to start the flow of the topic, how to make a proper flow chart and a proper, paragraph. So once you are sorted with this part of the topic now, where you all like, understood what you need to write and like not write, the part where you have to actually write it becomes very very simple. You might not even take 20 minutes, like only 15 minutes to write the entire topic, because the points are in your head, they are here. So and it just has to come from here to your here. So make sure you follow this rule. I'm sure you're going to really succeed, and I'm sure you're going to get the band score of at least an 8. I assure you'll get at least an 8 because of this thing, right? Do not panic. And if there's a topic which you don't know about, okay, if you can take 5 minutes to, just jot, gather your thoughts and think that what can be closely or remotely related to it, and then you can maybe form your topic, right? So thank you so much, guys, for being with this session. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on Unacademy CAT4MBA. I hold live classes daily for IELTS. Don't forget to use my code GCORE on the Unacademy app in case you wish to subscribe for the plus or the iconic subscription. I think that's going to be the best thing ever. But you can see me live here as well. So, see you guys. Bye bye.